Welcome to I Fear Factory. Please enjoy today's story. Twilight of the Forsaken, a descent into zombie madness. The moon hung low in the ink-black sky as a thick blanket of fog slithered through the silent streets of Crestfallen Valley. The town had fallen victim to an inexplicable plague, and its once lively residents were now but shadows of their former selves. The air reeked of decay, carrying an ominous scent that sent shivers down the spine of anyone brave enough to venture near. It started with a few isolated cases, strange fevers, and inexplicable ailments that left people pale and weak. But it didn't take long for the true horror to reveal itself. Those afflicted with the sickness began to rise from their beds, their vacant eyes now filled with an insatiable hunger. The once docile townsfolk transformed into bloodthirsty zombies, driven by an insidious force that defied comprehension. Among the survivors was Amelia, a young woman with fiery determination and a heart burdened with loss. Her brother, Ethan, had succumbed to the horrifying epidemic, becoming one of the undead. With a heavy heart, she vowed to find a way to end the nightmare that had consumed her town, even if it meant facing unimaginable horrors. As Amelia tiptoed through the desolate streets, the moans of the undead echoed in the distance, setting her nerves on edge. Her flashlight flickered erratically, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls of abandoned buildings. She clutched her trusted shotgun, her only defense against the relentless hordes that lurked in the darkness. The town's once familiar landmarks had transformed into haunting specters of their former glory. The abandoned grocery store, its shelves looted and overturned, served as a grim reminder of the panic that had gripped the townspeople. Broken glass crunched beneath her boots as she ventured deeper into the heart of the forsaken town. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night, freezing Amelia's blood. She turned toward the source of the sound, her heart pounding in her chest. There, in a dimly lit alley, a lone figure stumbled into view. It was a young girl, her face smeared with dirt and tears streaking down her cheeks. Before Amelia could react, the girl's vacant eyes transformed into a soulless gaze, and her skin began to contort in grotesque ways. Amelia's hands trembled as she took aim and fired a round at the approaching horror. The creature's head exploded in a shower of rotten flesh, and the silence that followed was deafening. But as the echo of the gunshot faded, the horde in the distance grew restless, their moans intensifying. They had sensed fresh prey. Knowing she had little time, Amelia pressed on, her breath quickening with each step. She stumbled upon an old church, its wooden doors hanging from their hinges. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of decay and the pungent must of desperation. Amelia found herself standing before a weathered altar, her eyes drawn to a mysterious book resting atop it. With trembling hands, she opened the ancient tome, its pages brittle and yellowed with age. In the flickering candlelight, she deciphered cryptic incantations and symbols that promised a sliver of hope. As she read aloud, the ground beneath her feet began to shake, and an otherworldly light bathed the room. But the moment of respite was short-lived. The horde had arrived, their mindless hunger driving them forward. Amelia's heart raced as she realized that completing the ritual was her only chance for survival. She recited the incantation with increasing urgency, her voice trembling with determination. As the final words left her lips, a blinding flash erupted from the book, engulfing the room. The horde screeched and convulsed, their decaying bodies crumbling into piles of ash. The echoes of their agonized screams reverberated through the church, and then, silence. Amelia, weakened and exhausted, fell to her knees. She had vanquished the undead, but the cost was high. The town of Crestfallen Valley would forever bear the scars of its harrowing ordeal. And as she stood among the remnants of her shattered world, she couldn't help but wonder if the horrors that plagued her would ever truly be eradicated, or if they would rise once more to claim the living.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my story, please subscribe to the channel.